Armenian was among the earliest Milk Fund babies. She was born in the city of Vanatsor in March 1989, just a few months after the devastating earthquake. Her parents' home was damaged by the earthquake. Life was very difficult for her family when Armina was born. She was not well, and her parents could not afford to purchase infant formula. With the help of the Armenian Children's Milk Fund, Armina's family gave her the nutrition she needed to grow up into the healthy young woman she is today. Armina was born and raised in her family's domig, the metal shipping container which the government provided to them as temporary housing 20 years ago. Her home is located in a neighborhood of domigs, set in and among neighborhoods of high-rise apartment buildings in the city of Vanatsor. Armina lives in the domig with her parents and two younger brothers. They cook on a wood stove outside and have cold running water about 12 hours a day. The orphanage in the city of Vanatsor is home to many infants. Unless adopted, the children will stay there until they reach the age of 16, which is the legal age of adulthood in Armenia. In the infant room, children from a few days old to 1 year old are crowded together, sometimes two to a crib. The staff at the orphanage is very attentive, but given the limited resources available, they cannot always fulfill every child's needs. Accordingly, they sometimes turn to the Armenian Children's Milk Fund for help. The Milk Fund supplies infant formula to those babies who require it. In Armenia's capital, Yerevan, Mariam Hagopian brings her 10-month-old son, Armen Tatayan, to the AMAA's office to receive infant formula. Mariam is 35 years old. Armen is the youngest of her 3 children. Her husband is disabled and unable to work. He receives a very small disability pension of 15,000 dirhams per month. This is the equivalent of about $40 US. Mariam found that her breast milk was not sufficient to feed Armen. The doctor advised her to supplement with formula, but she could not afford to buy it. Armen's pediatrician referred her to the Armenian Children's Milk Fund. Dr. Haganush Avadisian is the pediatrician-in-chief for the Shirak Region Ministry of Health and Social Security. She reports that in recent years, increasing numbers of newborns in the region are premature and suffer from health problems. The Ministry of Health uses the World Health Organization protocol to determine if a baby is reaching its developmental milestones. Dr. Avadisian works with representatives from the Armenian Children's Milk Fund to identify needy babies in the region and ensure that they receive the assistance they need. Dr. Avadisian credits the Armenian Children's Milk Fund with helping to reduce the infant mortality rate in the Shirak region. The Armenian Children's Milk Fund owes its success to the hard work and dedication of its volunteers. Over the past 20 years, volunteers have organized gala dinners and pizza parties. For several years, the Milk Fund organized a hugely successful golf tournament. Volunteers have hosted group yard sales, tea parties, benefit concerts, art auctions, wine tastings, family fun events, and newsletter mailings. Without the time and talent donated by so many volunteers, the Milk Fund would not have been able to succeed in making a difference in the lives of thousands of children in Armenia and Karabakh. The Republic of Armenia is a young nation with an ancient history. Armenia has overcome many challenges since its independence. However, many challenges remain. The poor people of Armenia are very desperately poor, and in some cases unable to provide their babies with sufficient nutrition. What began as the result of a humanitarian crisis caused by the earthquake persists today in the daily struggle of these families. The Armenian Children's Milk Fund identifies those families and assists them by giving their babies a healthy start in life. Thanks to your help, the Armenian Children's Milk Fund has made a difference.